So I've felt a little bit behind on the dot file stuff, but I do think I have like a very particular workflow that I've set up for me that might be kind of nice. So I'm still rocking Tmux. I got this vertical monitor now, so you're only gonna see part of this. And the biggest project I'm working on right now is my board game. So it's very like vibe code centric and very front end centric, if that makes sense. You'll see exactly what I mean. I'll go through implementing a feature. I have like command bound to my tmux prefix, so I can just do command T and W to open as many tabs as I want. This just makes it nice. Command L to switch between the last two things. Command F to go through things. Command K to open up flashcards. Command P to open up PDF Picker, which will open it in Soyak. Let's jump into implementing a feature. So I have essentially like, let me boot up Vim. I have a Vim session file, so if we open that in a new tab, I really enjoy these. Basically, this just like pre-configures what files I'm gonna have open per project, and that makes, it saves me a lot of time when I'm working on the same files over and over again. So then let's see, I actually want to preview these. I hit leader P and I'm using the types to preview command. So in my browser window, if I hit leader P, I'm gonna get a live updating preview. Okay, this is kind of an ugly one, but let's go like sticker. See, that's round sticker print. So I have everything stored in a central config. So we got sticker mode. Let's change that to print. And then boom, you can see we update into print mode. So I have all this stored in like a central types compiler. Someone is banging a ladder against something. Classic Vermont. So yeah, basically all my GIFs print out like this, and then I have like kind of in the config as well, like I kind of break things down and decentralize it. So I have like a colors file that determines all the colors in the palette, and things are nicely all stored in types. So you can see, let me make this the only buffer. Yeah, we have all the files here. Do a periodic PDF cleanup, g/.pdf/normdd. Boom, still got it. All right, quickly commit that to Git. Remove random stuff. That wasn't even tracked in Git. Joke's on you. So in our game, a central component is Helen of Troy. Now in the Greek myths, there are a bunch of illusion Helens of Troy that people chased around, but then we're also kind of trying to combine that with this historical game of like giving people different brides. So we have all these different brides. Let's see if I can find the art somewhere. I like to use Yazzie to kind of look at our art, so let's look for Helen. Lagging a little bit because this is high. I'm looking at the high res. Let's look at the low res. Helen. See, there's a Helen Phantom. There's a few different Helens, and there should be different princesses too. I don't really remember what they're called. There's one. Yeah. So if we were to open that up, yeah, you can see that's what she looks like. And these are kind of going on square tokens. So currently, what we're doing, if we zoom out, is Helen's, looks like I haven't touched this in quite a while. So what we're gonna do is use codecs. A lot of this stuff I can get away with using a harness for because it's so RL'd on types. Reinforcement learned. All right, I need help cleaning up the Helen deck. Currently, they're little 1x2 inch squares, but we want them to be circles just like the gifts. We want them to have the medium border that the gifts have, and we want to zoom in so that we're mostly capturing the faces of the Helen art. And we want to crop off the rest. Make sure to debug the art as well. Okay, so meantime, let me go over like a couple other little workflow features that I have in kind of this vibey Vim workflow. So Vim is like my sniper rifle. This is like my flamethrower, I guess. And then I have this script directory. So why is Z shell not starting? Did someone add something to the end of Z shell? Classic. Hey, my Z shell config is taking forever to start. Could you debug that? At the end of the day, there are certain implementation details with configuration things that I don't really care about. You know, like it's based as hell to know the Vim API down to the core, but we're entering a new era where it's like, I think increasingly you're just gonna talk to the computer and it'll just like do stuff for you. Because this is doing a way better job than I could way quicker. You know, it's gonna do research, it's gonna use context 7 to pull the docs, it's gonna like, I could get good at this skill, but I don't really want to because my time is so limited and like I want to be spending time in the real world with friends and not really like configuring my pewter that much anymore. Like All right, meantime, let's use Command L to see what the other agent is doing. Oh, I didn't have the window focused, how embarrassing. Okay, we're 2 minutes in. So if we look at what the agent is doing, it's really, really cool. Like, it is using the types CLI, and types, I glaze them so much, but their CLI is so... Okay, wait, the other agent didn't finish. We can't read the man pages yet. This is what developing in 2026 looks like. You can't access the man pages. So yeah, it's using the types CLI. It's very comfortable just outputting tons of types, and it works pretty well. So I guess the thing I wanted to show, which I can't really show, but I can show within NeoVim, is I have this scripts directory, and I'm mostly using Python. I started off this project with Bash, but basically we have a bunch of different like media that needs to be kind of synthesized and put in place. So like, we have all our stuff is stored on a Google Sheet, all that like card information and gift information. I know, super suboptimal. We pull it down as like a CSV here, but where even was I? What the dickens? Okay, scripts. Yeah, then there are a few other miscellaneous actions that I like to take over and over and over again, and it would be nice to have like a button I could just press, like maybe I can write a plugin in oil to just like hit R, hit run on each of these, but also that's kind of overkill and you can just go Python. Well, yeah, so maybe you can't. Maybe that's a necessary plugin. All right, that agent's still working. Let's look at this agent. Like, I don't even know all these flags, bro. It's like profiling the time it takes for Z shell to load. This is just nuts. Maybe this is a thing with my tmux config. When I open a new tab in tmux, it just hangs forever. So I really feel more than like I like meticulously sculpting something. I'm like a potter. I'm like spinning a creation into existence with these LLMs, and then occasionally I'll go in with Vim. But like, what is bro even doing? Sips help, dude. I don't even know. I'm going to add generated face crop URL or PNGs under art, so the sheet uses stable inspectable assets. Seems reasonable to me. And then it's using image magic to do the crops. So it's so cool how like the LLMs can kind of turn these things into harnesses. Okay, that looks solid. Let's open up the Vim config and check this out. So Helen.type. Hit a preview. Dude, fuck yeah. All right. We are in business. There are a couple tweaks, but I like to commit. I also don't open LazyGet in every tab, because if you have like a ton of projects going simultaneously and you have like all these, the harnesses are somewhat heavy. So what I'm currently like thinking about in the future is, so I have a dedicated cluster. I'm only running like PenPod on it right now, but I could run my harnesses on the cluster. And in the future in general, I'm probably going to extract a lot of this into the cloud. All right, let's fire off another agent, shall we? That's pretty nice, but our art isn't necessarily what we want it to be. I think we're gonna have to make like a spreadsheet, and I'll wait on my dad to do this because I don't want to touch Google Sheets. It's too boomer for me. But this is a pretty solid start, honestly. Because then what we're going to do is the gifts, like, all print to stickers. Like, this is a sticker sheet template, and then we're going to just slap them on things. And then we have our other kind of stuff, and we got combat things as well. I wonder if it auto-added Helens to this. Could we add the Helens as an output to the main sticker print? So let's let it do that. In the meantime, I want to show you something else. So if we open, well, let's open the PDF. I think I already have it open in the background. So this is behavior modification, what it is and how to do it. So I also like to have this big ass monitor for reading PDFs. You can see I even got a Groovebox theme, right? Pretty juicy. Still need like some tooling around defining words. It's not totally there, but yeah, the Vim binds on this are really nice. The table of contents. So there's a whole kind of issue where when you're firing off these agents, like I find, oops, I interrupted it. Continue. No. What's a nicer thing we can say to it? Oh, it's okay. Carry on. Remember, encourage a utopia, not a dystopia. But yeah, I don't know about you, but like agents for me, are so cool, but you can end up like doing a bunch of things you don't really want to be doing and kind of overextending and being like, I could tweak this and I could do this, and then like you spam 50 agents and you have to switch context so much that at the end of the day you're just like exhausted and you have no idea what's going on anymore. So for me, I max out at like 2 agents. My philosophy is like, and maybe I'm just not big brain enough, but I like to be able to slow down and think. Like I like to be able to still be in that mode of cognition where I can read this textbook and have it make sense. So what I'll do is like one agent does something in Stormy Seas. Like we fix some visual bug. Then the other agent, maybe if I'm doing 2 agents at the same time, if my main one is taking a long time, it fixes something about my configuration. And that could be the configuration of the project or my general configuration. I could be like, hey, could you make a Vim session file that just auto loads all this? Also, the whole philosophy of like you pay for these tokens and they're like outsourced and stuff is a little bit weird to me. I have a few different providers I have access to, thanks to like friends and mentors. But in time, what I want is like open router and maybe my own models running on my own hardware to do this stuff. And like all the like LLM tooling I use, I would like it to be kind of in my own ecosystem on my own Tailscale network. It's been a while as well, so let's look at my config. I'm still on this NVim nightly version. I haven't bothered to update it. Actually, that would be maybe a good thing to do. I'm using Bob to install it, but I hate that. I've currently installed NeoVim with Bob, but I would way rather it be installed through Homebrew. I'm using a beta version of NeoVim. Can you upgrade it without messing up my configuration? Now you may be saying to yourself, wow, Sylvan is very lazy. Dude, if I have to read the docs for bob.nvim one more time and like determine why their janky ass scripting and Rust isn't working on Mac OS, like I just don't want to be spending my time doing that. Anyway, window manager is still aerospace. Apparently there's cooler shit these days though. And then sometimes you do want to just like run some Vim and manual types, you know, like actually let's go to vestibule. Open up Vim. And sometimes like maybe we have art. Like sometimes you just want some graphics, you know, graphic.type, and you just want to bang it out the old fashioned way. You just want to be like, yeah, set page width 3.5 inches, height 2.5 inches, fill black, and you just want to align center plus, oh my god, horizon, text white 50 point. Human made. Oh man, I'm losing my touch. What is this? Fill size? Is that the correct keys? What's our error? Missing argument body. Oh, okay, no comma. Boom. And then you hit a preview on that. And it's like, could I throw shit together real quick? Could I maybe? Yeah, sure. But sometimes I want an agent to do it. Let's put the enrichment. See if we can do this. Image, boom, enrichment. We could actually just set align center plus horizon on the whole document. So, I mean, sometimes you want to do things manually, and that's totally okay, but I think there's this kind of weird, I've said it on the Based Academy podcast, I guess, like, two directions software it's going. Like, half the people are like bleeding edge context management, agent swarms. Half the people are like Vim, Emacs, write everything in C, super detailed systems programming. I don't think there's either one is correct. I think there's trade-offs to both. But then again, I'm really not that technical. I'm like an artist who uses computers, I would say. All right, catch you next time.